Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to be having a 1v1 on Langreskaya. Now, our heroes today are going to be CieZ, playing for the Germans, that is RtN CieZ. And his opponent today is going to be OMGPOP, playing for the Soviets of the Rear Army. So, OMGPOP, very well-known player. He is very highly ranked, and also very prominent in the community. He's also been doing pretty well in the Sunday Night Fights tournament that you have probably seen. But anyways, let's talk about him a little bit. CieZ is obviously the underdog in this matchup because, well, he is currently ranked for his German play top 200. It's actually around the 150s at the time of casting this. And OMGPOP is currently ranked 4th for the Soviets. And his German is 6th. So, yeah. Gonna be quite a bit of a fight here for CieZ. But anyways, let's go ahead and check the game. We now see, obviously, that Doctrines have been selected for both players. In fact, we see that CieZ has gone for the Lightning War Doctrine. See it right here. And we see OMGPOP going for the Guard Mortar Coordination Tactics. You can see right there, so very nice. No engagement so far. We see that OMGPOP is heading into the center right-hand side of the map, I guess you could say. While CieZ is controlling the left-hand side. We do have some Grenadiers capturing the strategic point and another Grand Squad over here on the right-hand side. Build order-wise, CieZ went for Tier 1, as you would expect. 2 Grenadiers into MG42. And OMGPOP has got himself conscripts and more conscripts with no tech. So the usual, the same all. I mean, I guess we've seen a lot more stuff recently, but, you know, it's a little bit, I guess you could say, the standard. So anyway, small engagement here from the combat engineers. The combat engineers decide to retreat. There is an MG42 up here in the north to support this Grand Squad. But over on the far left-hand side, we see the Pios engaging against conscripts. Yeah, it looks like it was conscripts. They took a little bit of fire, but they backtracked. And we have in the center the Grenadiers should move on capturing. Up in the north, MG42 getting engaged by the conscripts. The conscripts jump into the house to get a defensive position and are opening up on the MG42. Down goes one of his men, and the conscripts jump out and are going to assault that MG42, getting right on top of it. Ura and casts Arc of Fire, but they do get suppressed in the first burst. They're crawling out right in front of the MG42. Down goes one of the conscripts, and another burst should get the pin down on that squad. They are right in front of the gun, taking a lot of damage, but no, they actually managed to crawl out of the way of the MG42's Arc of Fire, but another Grand Squad moves in out of the field to support the MG42. MG42 repositions, sets up, and opens up again on the conscript squad, forcing the retreat. And a little bit down south, we have conscripts and grants engaging in light cover through the shrubbery. Grenadier down to 2 men, forced to retreat. Second Grand Squad moving in to support, although I guess that is the third Grand Squad, really. And the MG42 right behind it, setting up for a more defensive position. Conscripts jumping back into the house. They'll probably get another kill on that MG42, but the MG42 is opening up in the house. Remember, they are now only 35% effective, so they're not going to be as strong as before. Grand Squad over here in the center, engaging against the second Conscript Squad. Conscript Squad jumps into the house, and the Grants move back to heavy cover. At the same time, capturing that munitions point. Ooh, Conscript Squad killed off by CieZ as it tries to retreat out of the house. Nice pickup there, and OMGPOP has lost the first guy. Tier 1, however, is down for OMGPOP and is getting himself a scout car. Scout car is very popular, very strong if used properly. They do require some decent amount of micro. Mortar on the field for CieZ. The mortar has not actually done anything, but it will help dislodge these conscripts that are, you know, kind of fond of jumping into those houses. Yeah, the houses. Sorry, houses. And we see the escalate to battle phase 1 getting upgraded for CieZ. So, a little bit of a lull in the fight. We see some conscripts. Wow, what's up with my mouth right now? I can't actually say words. Conscripts for OMGPOP running out onto the field to capture the strategic point. They are down to 5 men. So they're moving around. MG42 opening up on them, gets a suppression. Conscripts move up for support, and that conscript squad will probably have to retreat. Scout car on the field, however, with a flamethrower engineer. Grenadiers right in front of it. Throw off a foul. Scout car now down to about half health. And we see a conscript squad pushing all the way up north. And they are probably going to get jump on that mortar. Scout car does manage to win the engagement against the Grants down south because they were supported by a conscript squad. And they've managed to back off. And probably start repairing that scout car with the engineers inside. Grens pushing forward, MG42 pushing to the right-hand side, and the conscript decided to get into that house, but there is a mortar on the field that is opening up on that house, but apparently it's just missing completely. Left-hand side, Grenadiers capturing, center map, conscript capturing as well. And over here at the strategic point, we have guard rifles for OMGPOP moving in to engage against these Grens. The Grens are capable of throwing rifle nades, but we don't have a lot of munitions on the field, so that's probably why they don't. Although, no, never mind, he does have munitions. Probably saving it for the scout car, however, so I suppose that's fine. So tier 2 is down for CieZ. He's getting himself his own scout car to combat these Soviet scout cars that have now been fully repaired. And a second one is on the way, so an excellent choice there by CieZ to counter OMGPOP scout cars. Flamethrower scout car now right on top of that MG42, down to one man on the first burst, and with the second one should be able to clear out the MG42. Guard rifles as well pushing forward, trying to catch that gunner. Gunner running very quickly, making it rather far, but unfortunately it does get cleared out, and with a constant squad nearby, that MG42 is going to get picked up for OMGPOP. The mortar was forced to back off a little bit by those conscripts. G43 is now upgraded for CieZ Grenadiers, and the scout car pushes forward, getting upgraded with that autocannon. Is only about halfway upgraded, so it needs to back off a little bit. Mortar shots landing on the stolen MG42. The MG42 now down to one man. Grenadiers down to one man as well, forced to retreat. PTRS rifle shots flying by, but not managing to hit anything. And the guard rifles are now going to pop into their own scout car to combat the German scout car. Left-hand side, Grenadiers forcing away a conscript squad at 3 men, but they managed to get the kill. And with the guard rifles, scout car known popularly as a Marcus car, and the standard flamethrower one, OMGPOP is in a very nice position. Right-hand side, conscripts retreating in the sight of that scout car. Down goes the conscript squad, so nice pickup there for CieZ. But the German scout car is now getting assaulted by those PTRS rifles, and it goes down incredibly fast. And again, OMGPOP sitting pretty there at this point of the game. Victory point-wise, OMGPOP now down to 382 points, but that is only a single cap right now. We have a left-hand side, conscripts capturing the points to stop the bleed, and the center point is currently in nobody's possession, so there's not going to be a lot of bleeding going down that side. Left-hand side, Grenadiers just moving around to capture the fuel. Center map, Pyos, Grens, and more Grens just flooding into the center with a mortar back there for support. But the MG42 did get stolen, and it's still in the hands of OMGPOP. He has it somewhere around here, probably left. No? Where is it? Here. No. Here. No. Here. There it is. Aha. So yeah, MG42 stolen, not fully reinforced, missing one guy, but still a lot more men than you usually have on your German counterparts, so it's not bad. Scout cars going into the center, Grants with G43s opening up as much as they can on the units inside those scout cars and the scout cars themselves, doing some damage, but nothing significant that the scout cars can't just simply shrug up for now. G43s continue to shoot as the conscripts approach, but with an MG42 coming up for support, those Grenadiers are going to have to get out of there. Grenadiers set up in the light cover, but the MG42 opens up, getting an instant suppression. And, wow, down to 2 men. And there goes the squad. Nice Molotov, but he manages to dodge that. Mortar still on the field, opening up on the squads as they approach, but not managing to land on anything. And on the right-hand side, the scout cars have managed to push everything away. Although one of them did go down. I guess I missed that. Sorry about that. Yeah, one scout car did go down. That seems to be the scout car with the combat engineers. The combat engineers are down to 2 men, but they are still on the field, so I suppose not really that bad. Pack on the field for CieZ, and that is probably what managed to get the kill. Let's see. No, vehicles killed. So it was a Grenadier squad. Probably supported by this guy, but, you know, the ones that got the kill were the Grenadiers. These are recent changes for Langreskaya, this little heavy cover here for the northern player to try to reduce the impact of those tanks. Have a little bit more of a defensible position. And down south, we also saw this bunker get pushed back a little bit so that it doesn't have range into any of the zone of this strategic point, which the Grenadiers are now moving to capture. So nice move there by CieZ. He's going to go ahead and get a little bit of a flank cut off there. And on the far left-hand side, we have some conscripts. Huh. That's kind of weird that this guy isn't capturing. Look at him. He's actually sitting well inside that point. But there he goes. Now he's actually getting the cap. So that was weird. So right now, OMGPOP has effectively pinned CieZ into his base. He does currently have some units outside of the base harassing in the form of just one Grenadier squad, but everything else is currently pinned back. Mortar's just mortaring and trying to push back whatever he can. Scout cars, right-hand side, just holding position and capturing. And yeah, I mean, OMGPOP in a very, very dominant position. Once he captures this strategic point, he will be able to connect the left-hand side as long as this munitions point does not get decapped, but it will get decapped. So again, the left-hand side will kind of fall, although he does have these 2 points, so it reconnects anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Grenadiers flooding the field to the center and left-hand side with some Pyos, and the conscripts are trying to hold the line. Combat engineers still here in the center, not really doing much and not even getting prepared. And the MG42, they get pushed back. No medics on the field for OMGPOP, so the guys are not getting fully reinforced. And the conscripts in the center pull back and are going up against those Grenadiers. Molotov gonna fly. They decide to cancel it since the Grenadiers moved, but the Grenadiers did manage to capture the point. Conscripts now in a lot of trouble. Guard rifle moving up with their scout car, opening up on the Grenadiers themselves, but PTRS rifles, unfortunately, not as good against infantry as you would hope. And the combat engineers with their flamethrower pushing up against the Grenadiers. Second Grenadier squad, actually 3 Grenadier squads all together, shooting at that combat engineer squad. Barely makes that out alive. And the scout car backs off, did not get Fausted. Another conscript squad moving up, 3 Grens shooting at it, 1 with G43s. And the conscripts are getting beaten on pretty severely. MG42 moves up, takes a burst, gets suppression off on that Grenadier, sets up once again, and now opens up on the remaining squads. Gets a suppression on both of them, and the other squad breaks the suppression, moves forward to try to get it in range of the MG42, but only ends up getting itself killed and forced to run away. Ooh, one of the Grenadiers actually catches fire as he runs away through the flames, leaving only 1 man left alive in that squad. The other 2 Grenadier squads pushing back a little bit, crawling out of the range of that MG42 to get the suppression broken. MG42 pushes forward, starts setting up to cap the point, and the Grenadiers are forced to retreat due to the overwhelming amounts of fire there. Conscripts intercepting the retreating units did not manage to intercept the 1-man squad. And on the left-hand side, the guards with that scout car just moving around, capping, forcing away the Pyos. No additional tech down for CieZ. He is... there he goes. Now he's getting himself his tier 3. So we'll probably see some tanks sometime soon. However, OMGPOP has not gotten himself his own tech, because he's probably just waiting for those T-34s. He has, I believe, enough fuel to get one. Well, he has 230. I think it's 240. So yeah, he's gonna have enough. Problem is that he doesn't have the command points just yet, so that's really more of a limited factor there than anything else. Molotov landing on the Grenadiers here in the center munitions point, forcing them away, and combat engineers moving in for support. G43 is opening up at range. No med bunker on the field for CieZ as well, so those Grenadiers are coming out of the field very damaged. You can see here this 4-man squad is at about 25% health with 4 men, so they're going to lose a lot of men instantly. There you go, 1 burst goes off, killing one of them instantly. Another burst can finish up another one, but the G43s are helping out at range with that damage. Molotov landing on the Grenadiers on the field. And there we go, 7 points now on the field for OMGPOP, and he should be able to, well, pop those T-34s. CieZ, for his part, is not being able to get anything from tier 3 just yet. He doesn't have enough fuel for anything, really. And not even enough manpower for a pack, so he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And the T-34s have now hit the field, and yeah, this is going to be bad. Grenadiers forced to retreat in the center. Grenadiers trying to capture, but T-34s are now falling on top of them. They are just positioning themselves, apparently, waiting for the opportune moment. And the opportune moment is now. Nice shot there from the T-34 as it makes itself known, killing 2 of the Grenadiers instantly, forcing the remaining 2 to retreat. Center map, Grenadiers managed to capture that point, putting the bleed again in the favor of CieZ, who is now down to 494 points, while Pop is down to 327, but he's going to be able to capture that point again very quickly and well, be fine. Left-hand side, Pio's getting assaulted by the Grants, not the Grants, the guards with the scout cart. They're not going to be able to survive much longer, and the other Pios, two Pios, what nice, are forced to retreat. T-34's in the center. Looks like the MG42 decided not to capture the point and instead go again for a pin. Going to cut off the right-hand side resources to CieZ, again limiting his ability to get anything. He decides to get the one thing that is available to him, and that is a Stug, because of the fuel cost, essentially. The Stug itself costs you 95 fuel, while a Panzer IV costs you 115. It is 20 fuel difference, which doesn't seem like a lot, but time-wise, well, yeah, I mean, he's currently at 10 fuel per minute, essentially. He would have to still wait right now. He wouldn't be able to be producing it, and essentially by the time this comes out is when you would only now start able to produce your Panzer IV. So yeah, I actually think that is the right choice. Getting something out of the field is better than just waiting around for nothing. So yeah, you can see here the Stug is already on the field, and he still doesn't have the 20 fuel difference. Like, it's just not yet. No, it's down to 7, so. No, not yet. Okay, there you go. Now, only now, he will be able to start producing that Panther. So T-34's now right in front of the field, of the base of CieZ, essentially just pinning him and sieging his base. Stolen MG42 should be used against CieZ quite effectively. A nice rifle nade by those Grenadiers, killing that MG42, allowing the Grenadiers to push forward. And the Stug makes itself known, taking some shots on those T-34s, missing the second shot, but it is a threat. Takes another nice shot there at that lead T-34, bringing it down to about 60% health. Stug now opening up on the infantry as they move, and the pack gun moves up a little bit further, allowing it to get some shots off on the T-34s. T-34 on the left-hand side now down to about 25% health, and oh my god, it manages to get a kill a little bit too late of a reaction there for OMGPOP. Backs it off a little bit too late, and the pack gun nails it as it backs off. Very nice. One kill to its name, and that is a T-34-85. So this evens out the match a little bit better. OMGPOP now in not such a great position. He still has all the maps, so he's doing great. But armor-wise, well, Stug versus a T-34. If the Stug is managed properly and kept at range, that T-34 is done for. And with the support of a pack, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Grenadiers over on the right-hand side trying to capture that victory point. They get Molotov and forced to retreat. Stug moving to the right-hand side to support and take some shots at those conscripts. Stug not the best thing against against infantry. Conscripts push forward and get in range to throw an 18-8 off, forcing the Stug to back off and actually break the wall with a heavy cover. MG42 finally back in the hands of CieZ, and he is now slowly starting to push forward. Grants push forward and get a Faust off on that T-34, destroying, well not destroying, but damaging the engine, slowing down his movement. Guard rifles in the way, shooting at the Grants as they retreat, but they are now better T3, allowing them to stay alive a lot longer now. MG42 packed up and gotten out of the field. Med bunker on the field will allow all these things to get healed up and send out at 100% effectiveness. So yeah, CieZ is now in an okay spot. He's going to be able to get control back of the map. Left-hand side, scout car still being quite annoying. Not garrisoned by anybody, just on its own. Down to about 25% health, but still a unit capable of harassing. Well, MGPOP does have medics back at his base, so his squads will be fine. Although he is sending them out way before they get healed up, so yeah, I suppose that's not really going to be a factor. Okay, no, he was just moving these guys to repair, but these guys tagged along. Okay, that's fine. Front of the base for CieZ, Pack and Stug pushing forward. The Stug now fully repaired with a brand new engine. The T-34 moved all the way back to base to get repaired by the combat engineers, and they're trying to get that engine finally tuned. Right-hand side, Grants just capping. Left-hand side, Grants and Pios as well being used for capping. And yeah, CieZ utilizing this downtime here for OMGPOP to try to regain control of the map. Grenadiers in the center, trying to go for the cap on that munitions point. The guard rifles are in the house, just being quite annoying, but they are getting shot up by that Stug. So the building may collapse, so they need to be a little bit careful there. Conscripts push forward to engage the Grenadiers. Grenadiers down to one man, forced to retreat. A nice Molotov right on top of them, and a nade there to follow up, but the second Grenadier squad manages to dodge that. It is a T-43 squad with veteran C3, so it's very powerful. It has increased survivability at veteran C3, but if it stands in fire, it's not going to be as survivable as you wish. Combat engineers with the flamethrower push forward and get a they get mortared, and some of them die down to 2 men, but they're still on the field. Veteran C2 gives them increased repair speed, so they're going to be quite helpful with that T-34. But, oh, nice shot there by the Stug. Nails that conscript squad, forcing it to retreat. MG42 does take a lot of damage in that Molotov and just forced them back off. Conscript going for the cutoff right on top of that mortar. The MG42 is also forced to retreat, and the pack gun decides to not risk it and get the hell out of there. Stug, however, does turn around and aims at the conscripts. However, it notices, wait, I'm a little bit exposed here by myself, so I'm just going to turn around and shoot at what I can. And it's shooting at the conscript's right-hand side victory point. Far left-hand side, Pios did manage to capture that fuel. Pios going for the munitions on the left, and yeah. OMGPOP trying to go for a little bit of a cutoff here with that point, but there really isn't anything on the right-hand side. I mean, for CieZ, he only has this strategic point. The left-hand side is what's currently given for resources, so he is fine. He would actually need to decap this point right here to be able to disconnect it. So back at base, everything for CieZ is pushing out onto the field. We have conscripts moving out of the base for OMGPOP, and his Guards rifle hasn't been actually done a lot. 4 infantry kills and 1 vehicle. I mean, I suppose they destroyed the German Doctrine when they came out, so they did their job, but nothing really impressive. So T-34 moving over here on the right-hand side. Grenadiers pushing forward. They're going to be able to get in range for a Faust, and they don't actually get in range for a Faust. The Stug moves up, takes a shot off on that T-34, manages to get a nice penetration. Conscript push forward, get in range for an 18-8, and they do manage to press the engine on that Stug, but the Stug is now back at base. Just backing off, and the conscript push forward to get a Molotov off on that pack gun. The pack gun will have to pack up, and well, Molotov lands. They manage to dodge that quite easily, and they are now in an okay spot. Grenadiers over here on the right-hand side manage to force away that conscript squad. Conscript squad down to 1 man. T-43 is opening up on them as they move, but it looks like that squad is going to make it out alive. Veteran C3 conscripts in the way. Panzer Grenadiers now on the field for CieZ. Going to run right on top of those veteran C3 conscripts, and the conscripts are going to get involved by those Sturmgewehrs. And the Grenadiers with veteran C3 do take a lot of damage and a lot of deaths. Down to 2 men, but the Panzer Grenadiers do manage to tip the scales in favor of CieZ. Panzer Grenadiers sitting in a little bit of an awkward spot. They are not capturing the point. There they go. And the T-34 on the field. We have Pios trying to repair that Stug as quickly as they can, but the T-34 is unopposed there in the center. 2 more T-34s on the field for OMGPOP on the left-hand side. 1 already damaged with its engine, so it looks like it was a Grenadier squad over there, apparently. Maybe a mine somewhere. Potentially, but I doubt it. Would have taken more damage. So that 1 Stug is in a lot of trouble. It has to deal now with 3 T-34 85s. Even 3 T-34s 76 would have been bad, but 85s? Resource-wise, CieZ does have 120 fuel, which he could use to get himself a Panzer IV, which is 115 if he wanted to. I don't know if he's trying to wait for that Tiger, however.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
I don't think he would be able to last that long, although OMGPOP is being a little bit passive with his T-34s. He's not being very aggressive with them, which is fine. I mean, not that he should, but I mean, since he's not trying to go for the kill, and instead he's trying to win by holding the map, it might give CieZ enough time, eventually, but I think by that point it's probably already too late. So CieZ decides to get himself another Stug, just to get more anti-tank capabilities that are a little bit more mobile. The reason you go for the Stug instead of the Panzer IV, even though most people go for the Panzer IV, because it's, I guess you could say, more multi-purpose, because the Stug actually has more range. The conscripts do move up in range to get an 18-8 off on that Stug, and it lands, but it doesn't get the crit on the engine, so it only ends up doing a little bit of damage. T-34 is pushing forward right in front of the base of CieZ. The conscripts and Panzer Grenadiers shooting it out right in front of the base. Molotov landing on that mortar. The mortar forced to retreat. MG42 now down to 2 men, taking a beating by those T-34s. And the T-34s push forward, getting shot by the pack gun and the Stug. A nice shot on that center. T-34 gets it out of commission. Down it goes. Stug now punched by the guard stripe, forced to back off. Second Stug there in range with a pack gun for support. T-34 taking quite a bit of punishment, down to about 25% health. The Stug is going to go in for the kill, I believe. T-34 backing off as much as it can. The second T-34 not very damaged, down to about 60% health. It's just backing off while the Stug notices, okay, they are off the field. We got one kill. We are in excellent shape now because this is a 2-on-2 fight. So very nice here by CieZ, managing to hold on. Marked vehicle going down on this Stug. Managing to dodge that. Took a little bit of a beating there by the guards and the T-34s, but with the support of the other T-34, the pack gun, they managed to stay alive. Pack gun is now at veteran C3. At veteran C3, it actually gains rate of fire and target penetration, it says, and it also gets the tank ambush ability, so you can actually cloak that gun if you wanted to. A little not very well-known ability, however, so not a lot of people use it, but it's there. Left-hand side, Grenz just moving out the cap. Center map, Panzer Grenadiers and conscripts engaging. Nice bundle late on top of the conscript. Does a little bit of splash damage and allows those Stormgewehr rifles to move in for the kills and finish them off. Veteran C2 now on those Panzer Grenadiers, giving them even more defensive buff and rate of fire increase and cooldown. Oh my god, that conscript squad gets annihilated by those Panzer Grenadiers. And a nice pickup there for CieZ. Now no conscripts on the field, it means those Panzer Grenadiers are going to have a little bit of an easier time. T-34 and a lot of infantry, however, do change that battle, and Panzer Grenadiers are forced to retreat. Conscript squad getting produced for OMGPOP, who was replaced and have at least that camping capability. Grenadiers pushing forward, Molotov about to land right on top of them, and they are not going to be able to dodge it. Ooh, very nice Molotov there by OMGPOP. Nails it right behind the Grenadiers as they were retreating, allowing them to take some extra damage. T-34s move up, take some shots at that Stug. The Stug thus is forced to retreat a little bit. Conscripts do get an 18-8 off on it. The pack gun also took quite a beating with some flanking conscripts throwing a Molotov on his way, trying to get the kill, and it does get the kill, clearing that veterancy. So that is not very good there for CieZ. OMGPOP getting a nice flank there with his squads. Grenadiers in the center trying to engage those guards. Guards forced to retreat. Veterancy 2 does give them defensive buff, so they will probably make it out alive just fine. And the conscripts in the center at veteran C3 and 3 men as well retreat off the field. T-34 center map just taking some shots. We have that Stug here and the second Stug moving out. Pyos, we have 2 Pyos, 1 Pyo retreating, 1 Pyo repairing, and Grenadiers and Panzer Grenadiers just getting repairs off. Stug moves up into the center of the map just to give some support. MU-42 moves up to defend this point, and the conscripts are capturing the left-hand side, while Grenadier squad over here on the left-hand side is going for the sneaky cap on the victory point. So we've seen this being done a lot. Barbed wire used by players from the south, like cutting up these approaches, perhaps could help out, but I suppose he doesn't want to not have access to the fuel on the left-hand side if he wants to camp. At least a Maxim machine gun sent in that direction just to stop those camping units. Stugs in the center, Panzer Grenadiers capturing the victory point. Conscripts taking some shots at those Panzer Grenadiers as they can. T-34s move up, now taking some shots from the Stug. The Stug setting up, taking shots at that T-34. T-34 down to about 60% health. Both of them act, in fact, so they barely have a little bit more health than just one T-34. So the Stugs are in an excellent position. Pack gun did get recruited, did lose all of its veterancy, but you know, it's fine. Grenadiers over here on the right-hand side, capturing that munitions point. Guard rifles right on top of them. Nice nade right on top of the Grenadiers. They don't even try to dodge it. Down goes 3 of them instantly, forcing the retreat on the Grenadier squad, but it will make it out alive. It is a very healthy one-man squad. And the guards over here, they got merged with conscripts, trying to do as much as they can against those Stugs. The Stugs taking some shots, a little bit of damage there. Conscripts right in the middle of everything, down to 1 man, are forced to retreat. Can they make it out alive? Yeah, they will make it out alive. No, actually, they get burned alive through their own Molotovs, and down goes a veteran C3 conscript squad for OMGPOP. That is not looking very well. He still has those 2 T-34-85s doing a lot of damage. Look at that shot go down. 2 Grenadiers killed instantly. Another shot is going to go off and the Grenadier retreats. Second shot landing on nothing. Stugs move forward and are able to counter those T-34-85s quite effectively. Excellent use of those Stugs, I gotta say. While most people would use Panzer Force, the Stugs have proven to be quite invaluable here. And the right choice. Right-hand side, Panzer Grenadiers going up against those guards. Nade landing right in the path of those Panzer Grenadiers, doing quite a bit. No, actually just doing a little bit of splash damage here. So they're fine. T-34 D5s back off in unison all the way back to the base, and we have some conscripts just capturing center. Victory point wise, 216 for CieZ, 315 for OMGPOP. So OMGPOP is in the lead now, but CieZ is sitting very, very comfortably. Look at all the infantry he has. He has 4 Grenadier squads, 1 Panzer Grenadier, 2 Pios, an MG42, a mortar, and a Pagon plus 2 Stugs. And he's only going up against 3 conscripts and a guard plus 2 reports. So, yeah. That's way more camping power for CieZ. So he is in an okay spot. Fuel-wise, he is up to 160. He potentially is saving up for a Tiger, although he wouldn't be able to call it in right now. But if he loses a squad, which he could do potentially, he could get himself a Tiger later on. So center map, Grenadiers just going for the cap. T-34 is moving around, having repaired probably themselves. Yeah, there are no combat engineers on the field, so OMGPOP used his repair ability and got a T-34 back up to full strength. Going over to the left-hand side to support these conscripts, but the G43s are flying over here on the left-hand side, doing a lot of damage to these conscripts. A second T-34 pair is now called in for OMGPOP, so that would be the 3rd use of the ability in this game. Those 2 Stugs are going to have a lot of trouble if they get flanked by all of them at the same time, but there is a pack gun, so I'm not sure if OMGPOP will go for it. The pack gun is currently over here in the center of the map. We have the T-34s going over to the far right-hand side. They have made themselves known. Stugs pushing forward, doing a lot of damage to these T-34s, taking a lot of damage in return as well. 18-8 going off on this veteran C2 Stug. Forward or lead Stug now down to about half health. Stug shots missing completely on these T-34s. T-34s returning fire down to about 25% on this lead Stug. The pack gun moving over to the left-hand side, while the other 2 T-34s are actually just sitting over here on the right-hand side, not actually daring to go and engage the Stugs. 1 Stug getting cleared out, it gets abandoned, so it's still on the field. A potential recovery there for CieZ, but 1 Stug is the only thing that is left. Pios moving in to try to support, trying to get those reinforcements, but it's only a 1-man Pio squad. The other 3 are trying to prepare that Stug and get it back on the field. The T-34s on the right-hand side are moving in for the kill. The Stug is currently disabled with its engine. It turns to face the T-34s. The T-34s on the left-hand side is moving back onto the field, maybe going in for the kill. Second one is only damage to the engine. The Stug is turning itself around. The T-34 is now in the base, getting a Faust off. The Stug is now a little bit of a bad spot. T-34 back here, not going in for the kill on the abandoned, the disabled Stug. Abandoned Stug gets taken out by the T-34, and we are actually in range for a Tiger. Can we actually turn the tide? We shall see. Stug getting surrounded by all the T-34s. T-34 in the base did go down, however. The T-34 over here on the right-hand side, taking some shots at the Stug, but the armored skirts allowing it to bounce. Stug over here decides to back off, while the other Stug is finally getting some repairs, getting that engine back in full order. So a weird engagement there by OMGPOP. He decided not to go with all the T-34s at the same time. He only sent 1 into the base. They got killed. And he did manage to pick up the kill on the abandoned one, so at least that's 1 Stug down. But the veteran Stug was left on the field. It gets armored skirts as well as improved rate of fire. So that Stug is going to be a little bit of a beast. We see all the infantry now that are veteran C3. Look at all that veteran C. Wow, veteran C3 mortar. Already up to veteran C2 on that pack gun as well. Even the Pios have gotten some veteran C3. The right-hand side, the Stug takes a shot from the T-34. Is now going to chase it. T-34 backing off, potentially trying to lure it. There are 2 conscript squads over here on the right-hand side, but with flanking G43 equipped Grents, those conscripts are not going to be able to do a lot against the Stug. The Stug is going to take a shot at the conscript. The conscript move up to get in range for an 18-8 on that Stug, but the Stug just simply backs off and is mauling the conscripts as they approach. Although not really, the Stug is not being able to do a lot. Conscripts do get in range, they're going to throw an 18-8 off, and it does get the crit on the engine, so this might allow OMG OMGPOP to get the flank. However, his C-34s are far, far on the left-hand side, so they can't actually go in for the flank. Conscripts getting right on top of everything, getting mauled alive as they retreat. Down goes another conscript squad, so there's only one veteran squad left for CieZ. That is currently... No, actually that's it. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, it looks like OMGPOP threw in the towel there after losing that squad. He lost his veterancy, and I think my overlay didn't record that, even though it's already stopped there. That's weird. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Here's the other squad. Okay, well, yeah, one of the squads died. The other one has retreated and is back at base, so I suppose that's fine. But yeah, wow, that was a pretty impressive game. So CieZ managed to pull out a victory there against OMGPOP. Not an easy opponent by any means, so very impressive, very nice. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.